actor wanted to hear their name last night, but today every actor is a little nervous. After the parties wrap up, there is only one thing left to do. Take a look at who was wearing what and, of course, judge. It's the best part. Today we're looking at some of the best and worst from the red carpet with our own fashion crew. Former writer for Vogue and wardrobe consultant Deb Johns is here. Celebrity stylist and the designer behind the new Immaculate You, Issa Fuller, is here. Glad to have you back. And the president and style auteur. I love saying it like that. Lauren Rothman. All of you are here. You look great. Nothing to make fun of. Your outfits are great. So let's get to everybody else's.
Here we go.
It didn't seem like people took too many risks on the carpet. What do you think, Lauren?
I don't think there were any big wows.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people took risk with a little bit of structure, but for a head-to-toe look, I thought they kept a little bit on the quieter side last night.
Deb, overall, what was your impression?
You know, I liked the whole tomboy group, like Sandra Bullock and Cameron Diaz, who just came in under the wire, very understated,
Simple.
lovely, simple. I think the mistakes were made in too much volume and too much structure. But I do think overall it was quite elegant.
Let's get a man's perspective
Here
here.
we go.
Issa, what'd you think?
Very simple. The entire show was very, very simple. No one went really over the top. No one really tried too hard, in my opinion.
It's kind of like you wanted a mess up.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
you wanted
see a
someone to
little
just
more.
look ridiculous. The only person I could think, and you know, I hate to say this because I love her, Charlize Theron. She's very beautiful. But
was a
what
tough
was
dress.
that?
The
stuff?
pasties, yeah, those were a
It was
little
like,
scary.
look at my girls.
That was
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
You know, that was
Yeah.
weird.
They should have been placed a little bit closer together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Should have been a little bit more of like a floral kind of look rather than vavoom.
It was just a bad bridesmaid outfit. But anyway, we're supposed to do the best. I just had to throw that one out there. Okay, Lauren, your best. You've broken down. You say Sarah Jessica Parker and Tom Ford.
I thought they were absolute fashion royalty last night.
What did you like about them?
I think Tom Ford looked absolutely handsome, stunning. It was a great, great look. And I thought Sarah Jessica Parker knocked it out of the park. It was very Sex and the City. I don't know that every woman is absolutely going to think and associate with that dress and want to wear it, but I thought on her it looked beautiful. There was a little bit of a Grecian flair there, and I thought that hair was stunning.
Her hair reminds me, she looks so much younger with her hair like that. It reminds me of old films she's done, like Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That's what she looks like right there.
Old Hollywood, but glamorous, and that was a Chanel gown, and I think she looked gorgeous.
All right, moving on, Deb, your favorites. You have a couple here.
I do.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Cameron Diaz.
Absolutely. And for Sandra, it was the hair, it was the red lips, it was that gorgeous mermaid dress. Just exceptional. She didn't go too far. She owned the look. Really, really terrific.
She was one of the few that didn't have her hair up in a bun.
Exactly. But you know, old Hollywood also wore their hair down. And Kate Winslet did the same thing, long and soft and beautiful. I just think she was a stunner.
Okay, Jeremy Renner, moving on to your guy favorites. What did you like about him? Jeff Bridges, Jeremy Renner. What was your consensus there?
I love that Jeremy Renner just did the silver tie. You know, but everything else was very classic. He just had a little signature style there. And he's a young guy, and he's sort of bringing a little something fresh. And Jeff Bridges, they broke the mold. I mean, I think every woman that saw the guy was wooed by his eloquence with his wife, was wooed by his eloquence on the carpet. And look at him. He gets better with age.
Yeah, he is
really
one
does.
of those. He's like a fine wine.
He really does, exactly.
Issa, let's get to your favorites. Meryl Streep and Helen Mirren. First, let's talk about Meryl. She had a different kind of outfit. She had shoulder pads. She's trying to bring those back.
Well, in my opinion, it was just 60 and older. They came and they executed perfectly. It was simple. It was tasteful. It was classic. I loved it. And also Project Runway-ish.
Yeah, that's the Project Runway designer made this, right? That's
yeah,
what I
he
heard.
did. I think he executed it really well. It was not over the top. It just seemed really tasteful to me.
And it's not like she's trying to be trendy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Too trendy for her age.
Correct.
It seemed very simple without going crazy. So she did look pretty. Helen Mirren, let's take a look at her.
Oh, okay. This was, I believe, an Oscar de la Renta dress, and the jewelry was show part. Very simple. It was, you know, to be a woman of her age with the sheer and the jewels. I just thought it was just tasteful, just great.
It is very classy, just well put together.
Definitely.
You know, and she just has a beautiful face. I think she could put anything on, and you look at her face first and foremost because A, she hasn't had any surgery, which I appreciate. Yes. She's her, she's talented, and she just knows how to put it together. She's not a Hollywood train wreck, you know?
Yeah, you know how they do across the pond.
Yeah. We got to look at the Brits. That's right. That's right. Who else do we talk about on this list before we go to the bads? Because we're going to do that after the commercial break. You know, we talked about Cameron Diaz. I don't know. We've seen her picture before, but I really liked her. Her hair's gotten longer, and she seemed just kind of clean and fresh when she stepped out. Here she is. And once again, red lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I think all the neutral gowns, unless they went with a little bit more of the red lip, they could have just easily faded away. It was that signature old Hollywood glamorous red lip that really defined the look.
Yeah, they need something to pop, or I think
you
Lauren,
really have to sort of work it. I think when you go with the nude metallic route, you really have to have the figure to pull off the dress, or your hair really needs to be, you know, done in a very elegant way that complements the dress. I actually thought Demi Moore looked absolutely
She did look beautiful
gorgeous
last night.
and she was in a nude gown, and she just
went with her skin tone, and
flawless.
She just looked beautiful.
Flawless. I thought she looked beautiful in that palette, in that trend that we saw last night of all of the nudes.
Now, before we go to the nasty, I want to go to. I'm going to be a tiny bit nasty. A lot of blogs and a lot of internet chatter have talked about Cameron Diaz maybe gaining some weight or having some filler work on her face. I don't think it looked that way. I think she just looked good. Do you think weight gain? Maybe. Come on, be nasty with me here.
Well, definitely work. You know, some fillers, maybe. Definitely.
I
I've
don't
always
think that
thought
dress and her hair like that were the most flattering choice.
You think that's
for
what
her
did
figure.
it? Because some
I
people
think
just
that didn't
like
help.
to, you know, throw knives at people that just look good.
But you know, to me, Meryl Streep and Helen Mirren are normal women. I mean, they're body types. They're not emaciated. They look healthy. They look fabulous. I think Cameron looks sensational. And I think for some of her roles, she's lost weight because they're very physical roles.
Gotcha.
So she gets out there and looks sort of Grace Kelly-ish, and she gets darts thrown at her.
Right.
Which I think is unfortunate. This is why, you know,
I think it's a good point. We should just appreciate the beauty of someone
Absolutely.
looking
Real
healthy.
bodies are necessary.
We like real bodies.
We,
Right.
wanna
We
look
love
up to
them. We love
We're going to come up next with what's the worst thing on the red carpet. The cream of the fashion crop is done. We're going to take a look at who needs red carpet rehab. We'll be right back. In between all that, email us if you want to talk to us. Let's talk live at news8.net. We'll be right back. All right, we just saw who strutted their stuff on the red carpet, scoring high points with our fashion panel here. Now let's see who failed that fashion course. Lauren, let's start with you. Who gets an F in fashion?
You know what? I love Zoe Saldana. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. She's beautiful.
She is.
She needs a fashion citation for last night's
This
gown.
was a dress. She needed, you know, a helper in the back.
Yeah.
I wonder how much the dress weighed. Maybe not that much, but it looked. See what it just fell right there?
It was heavier than she was. It was not a great choice for her. I think the bottom could have been beautiful. I think the top could have been beautiful, but separately on two different gowns.
It seemed like a fashion designer started and stopped, or just had a lot of different ideas and maybe didn't know how to put them together and execute it.
Right, and a lot of people were looking forward to this. This was a Givenchy gown, and I think a lot of people were really looking forward to what she was going to choose because she is so stunning. I mean, her hair and her makeup are flawless. I just think the gown missed the mark.
Issa is like ready to bite you over there. I can sense it, so say something.
I liked the dress. I thought the dress with the top, it was maybe some
It was almost like a Swarovski crystal, kind of embedded all over the corset.
I thought it was perfect. The shoes complemented the dress. I really liked it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Conflicting opinions here. Your other worst in the male category, Quentin Tarantino.
I thought he just looked sloppy and messy, and he could have done better.
And let me see, because I don't know if I saw him. You know, I saw him sitting down last night. He
his
looks
shirt's
like he
kind
just
of
ran a marathon with that hair.
Exactly. His hair looks kind of sloppy and
Greasy.
sweaty and greasy and just messy. So overall, I just think there were so many men who looked dashing and really got it and really nailed it, looked so well put together.
I guess I could kind of deal with it because he's a director and they're supposed to be crazy. I mean, have you seen the movies he's done? Of course he's going to look that way. I mean, what's going on in that guy's head, right?
Exactly. It looks like he just came off the set of Pulp Fiction. I mean, you know, he kind of took himself too literally, maybe.
He always looks like that.
Yeah, he always looks like a little bit of
So you would almost hope that for the Oscars he'd kind of
clean up.
Bit,
yeah, hello. Deb, Zoe was also your worst.
Absolutely. It was like a Mardi Gras meringue. I really,
that's a good way to put it.
Honey, you know, I can't even go there. However, I agree with you. I think the top part was glorious. It was just beautiful. And it does feel like the designer tried to do everything in one dress.
Just a lot going on.
Absolutely.
You didn't like Barbara Streisand.
No, I thought she looked like an Amish pilgrim. I really felt like she, I mean, seriously, seriously, and she has always been so elegant.
Yeah.
She used to buy the entire Zoran line and wear. Really,
is that like the husband's jacket?
It is a tuxedo jacket over a tablecloth, over something else.
Over a doily.
And she's way more fabulous than that. You know,
I just figured
really
she
is.
had what's his face's jacket on, her husband. Somebody. What's his
Josh Brolin.
No, that's
James.
that's
James Brolin.
James Brolin. Josh
Multi-generational.
Yes.
That's right.
But that's what I thought when I saw her do that.
Yeah, it's pretty much of a train wreck, and she's got great understated style most of the time.
Yeah.
She used to buy the entire Zoran line and just wear those fabulous architectural layers. This was atypical for her, so I was surprised. Yeah.
All right, George Clooney you didn't like. Did you also think he needed a haircut?
Needed a haircut, and the bow tie
haircut.
really was so sad. It just sort of flopped down.
So many of the men have crooked bow ties.
Just kind of this
What were they doing in the limo before they got on the red carpet?
well, this may be the story. But the thing about George is it's hard not to love him anyway. You know, I mean, he could wear a paper bag and we'd all be just pretty much happy with him. But I thought that the men in general did a great job.
Yeah.
I mean, T-Bone Burnett with his crazy sort of country look was really fun.
Right.
You know, they stepped out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking, is George in some film where he needs to grow his hair out? I don't know. This is just my pet peeve today, but I just like him so clean cut.
Either that or back to the limo activity. You
Once
never
again,
know, right? We just don't know. We don't know. Exactly.
Issa, you're worse. Monique.
So disappointed. You know, winning the Emmy and the SAG Award and a couple other awards.
She cleaned it up.
Yeah, just not enough. She had this shrug thing going on around the way. I just didn't like it.
What's in her hair?
Some type of horrible Hawaiian flower.
It looks like she took what was on our centerpiece of our coffee table and decided to put it in her hair.
I just expected a lot more from Monique. Very disappointed. I think she said that this was to commemorate Halle Berry winning the colors or whatever. Whatever. Just bad. Just bad choice all the way around.
Here's my question. Do we know if she shaved her legs this time?
I heard she didn't. I asked that.
It's a long dress, so everybody was thinking she's covering it up.
She did not shave her legs. She refuses.
You know what I also heard from an interview? She said, well, it hurt the first time, so I'm not going to try again. What?
Try wax.
Yeah, try again. I mean, it all hurt when we tried it when we were 5 years old and we thought it was cool. And they were like, ouch, no. Try again. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Monique, I'm sorry. So
proud of her, but not that. Okay, John Travolta, I missed him yesterday.
Yeah.
What's up with him?
Horrible. I believe those are jeans.
Are they jeans?
Yeah, I believe so. Did they let him? I can't believe they let him in there like that.
He's John Travolta, I guess, right?
Yeah, I expected more from him. He could have just put on some type of Armani tux and gave us more, but he just chose to downplay the whole situation. A little disrespectful to me.
I agree.
Another big disappointment for me.
Do you think that he was just trying to be hip, Lauren? I mean, what's his deal here?
I think he was definitely going with that casual vibe, and I think it didn't work for the Oscars. I think we expect glamour. We want to have fun. We look forward to the red carpet. You know, there's at least 2 to 4 hours worth of red carpet on television. We look forward to really going gaga over all the gowns and what all the men are wearing.
To kind of live through these stars, isn't it?
No question. And you know, I think John Travolta's been through an awful lot, and I think he's his own man, but I think there's a way to stay in bounds and still be your own man.
Yeah, we had a lot of really good-looking men last night. You know, Ryan Reynolds, Zac Efron, Sam Worthington. I mean, they all looked fabulous.
The young men looked terrific.
Really,
they know how to clean it up.
Good.
Taylor Lautner, right.
Yeah, he amazing. Just him, Zach. I thought they were really.
And Zach had on like the pencil-thin tuxedo pants.
The young guys
really edgy.
So who do you guys think? You know, these Oscar dresses are usually copycats that come out in the stores where regular folks like us can actually wear them. But who do you think will be emulated this year?
I think it won't be particularly one designer, but I think it's going to be the one-arm dress, the one-shoulder dress.
And you already see that.
Yeah,
in the
and
stores.
I think you're going to see it come out big time for prom this year. I think that's going to be the big
I also think the big skirted dresses, because you know the Armani Privé, as we discussed earlier, was that very poofy, almost tulle.
The Cinderella
exactly. Cinderella at the ball. No question.
What about colors? What do you think?
I like the purple that Zoe was wearing. Red is going to be big. Did you guys see Sigourney Weaver by any chance?
She wore the red with the black belt.
I actually liked it. Once again, I try to stick to the basics, and I think it was great. Yeah, so I think the reds, the purples.
Purples.
Yeah.
And it was a jersey, wasn't it? like a Jasco jersey.
Was it?
Was it a jersey?
We'll have to
I
find
think
out
it was
about
like
that.
a chiffon.
Like a chiffon,
Kinda
very
look.
soft. Yeah.
But I think we're going to see a lot
We'll
of the nudes
investigate
this season.
and get back on that one.
I
And
think
silver.
the cocktail dresses, we're going to see the metallics and the nudes really come in for cocktail season here and weddings. I think
Nice.
those are going to be the colors that people are
Thank
excited
you guys
to wear.
for coming out. This is always
this
fun.
is-
I
this
wish
is
we could
always
have
fun.
a Monday fashion review every
week.
Monday, every week. Thank you all. Coming up on the show, she's taking the world by storm today. But what's next for Gabby Sidibe? We'll tell you what some people see in her future. Plus, getting rid of the weight without a gym. I like this. We got to tell you some tricks coming up. And if you want to see any of these Oscar-style moments again, they'll all be on our website. There's our website, letstalklive.tv. We'll be right back after a quick check of your news.
Get rid of all the nominees, get rid of all the categories, narrow it down a little bit, and people will be better entertained.
That is true. We want to be entertained. But Dave